another chance. God said on May the 6th,
Yes, Lord.
2012, I'm going to show up at Sylvester Rutledge Manor in the community room through Powerful Living Christian Church to come through and to give somebody another chance, because there's going to be somebody there who's going to be looking for another chance, who's walking around with a cloud over their head, and they're wondering if God will ever forgive them, if God will ever wipe their slate clean. And God said, today is your day. I have shown up to give you another chance. God is the God of second chances. And when he wants to give you a second chance, he will come after you. But not only will he come after you, but the second thing here is that how God will give you another chance is because he will meet you, watch this, he will meet you at the level of your ability to respond. God will meet you at the level of your ability to respond.
Come on now. It's all right, Pastor.
Now keep in mind, Peter has a cloud over his head. And Peter, he's feeling in the dirt. So Jesus asked him if he loved him. Now watch this. Let's go to verse number 16 and 17. And he said unto him again, the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest I love you. He said unto him, this time, feed my sheep. I want you to take care of the older disciples now. You're going to take care of the babies, but I want you to take care of the older disciples as well. And then he says in verse number 17, he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Jesus said unto him, feed my sheep. Here we have Jesus meeting Peter at the level of his ability to respond. Now Jesus asked Peter if he loved him 3 times to counter the 3 denials. But not only that, but also because Peter was responding with a different Greek word. In English, we only have one word for love. But in Greek, they have 3 words for love. And so Jesus and Peter, they're having this conversation, and Jesus is throwing out one Greek word, and Peter's responding with another one. Let me share it with you. Let me share it with you. This is good. This is good. The Greek word that Jesus used in the first 2 questions for love is where we get the word agape from. And Peter responded with the other Greek word for love, which is phileo. Now, the difference between the 2 words is that agape is more of a deeply devoted, sacrificial type of love. Whereas phileo is more of a friendship, to be fond of a person. It's more like brotherly love. That's where we get the word Philadelphia from. The city of brotherly. There you go. All right, you with me. And because Peter had denied the Lord, he felt that he could not love Jesus with the higher type of love.
Wow.
See, at first, at first Peter thought that he loved Jesus with the agape love. That's why he said, Lord, they all may leave you, but I'm going to be here. See, that's that agape love. He thought he loved them it turned out that he couldn't make it. So Peter now, in Jesus dealing with him, Peter feels like, Lord, you know what? You're asking me to love you with this high love. And I thought that I could love you with it, and I failed you. So Lord, I can only love you with the phileo love. I love you, but Lord, I fell from up there. And Jesus said, Peter, I recognize that. I recognize that, but I had to throw it out there. I had to throw it out there so that you can see where I'm trying to take you. Oh, come on now. So you can see where I'm trying to take you. See, the third time when Jesus said to him, he said, Simon, do you love me? And Simon says, yes, Lord, you know I love you. Well, the third time when Jesus used the Greek word, he used the same word that Simon used. So Jesus went from agape to phileo. The reason he did that was because Peter couldn't love him up there. So Jesus brought it down to where Peter was. He met him at the point of his level of response. So Jesus came down and met him right there so that he could take him up to the agape love. And I just come to let somebody know that the Lord will meet you at the point or the level of your ability to respond so that he can take you up. So if you feel like, Lord, I can't give it my all. I thought that I could give it my all. The Lord said, okay, I'll take what you have and I'll transform it. I'll take what you have and I'll re-energize it. I'll take what you have and I'll use it. I'll take what you have. All I want from you is a commitment. And if you give me a commitment, I'll take it and I'll use it and I'll elevate you to the point where you will see that I have lifted you up. How do you know God will give you another chance? Third thing I want to say here is because he will tell us to keep on following him. Look at the text here, verse number 18. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, when thou wast young, thou girdest thyself, and walkest whither thou wouldest. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee, and carry thee whither thou wouldest not. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify God. And when he had spoken this, he said unto him, follow me. Jesus could have sent Peter home and told him that he was no longer a part of the group and that he could pack his bags and leave right now. But Jesus instead tells him what kind of death he should glorify God with. And that he is to keep on following him. Peter, I know that you failed, but I want to let you know I'm picking you up so you can keep on following me. Peter, I know you messed up, but I want to let you know I'm dusting the dust off your knees so you can get back up and continue to follow me. He's letting Peter know that it ain't over yet. He's letting Peter know, Peter, your fault, you failed, but that's not the end. You messed up, but that's not at the end. You fell short, but it ain't over yet. Jesus is letting him know, I still have some work for you to do. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you how you're going to glorify God. That's giving Peter a futuristic view of his life. That's letting Peter know, you know what? I have really been restored. God has really given me a second chance, another chance, because he has shown me how I'm going to glorify God. The text says that men are going to lead him away, and they're going to stretch him out. What Jesus is saying here, as all the historical gospel writers have written according to history, is that Peter was going to be crucified. And that he was going to be stretched out wide, just like Jesus. And according to church history, it says that Peter was crucified. And he told them, crucify me upside down. Because he felt like he wasn't worthy to be crucified like Jesus. So he said, crucify me upside down. But Jesus is letting him know that he was going to be crucified. And that he was to continue to follow him. See, Peter couldn't agape Jesus at the time, but when he was crucified, the end results was back at agape. Peter had moved from phileo to agape. When he died, he agape Jesus. What a testimony to have when you leave this world. That I love God all the way to the end. He gave me another chance, and I ran all the way with it. I didn't turn around, but I followed him all the way to the grave. I ran this race, and I ran to the end. I didn't look to the left, and I didn't look to the right. I didn't look behind me. I had my eyes on Jesus. And I ran until the end. God is the God of second chances. And I'm so glad that he gives second chances. I am a recipient of his second chances. I don't know about you, but I am a recipient of his second chances. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed by it. Because I know if it had not been for the Lord giving me another chance, I wouldn't be here today. I know if it wasn't for the Lord giving me another chance, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today. I know if it wasn't for the Lord giving me another chance, I'd be dead and in my grave. Thank God for another chance. Thank God for another chance. We want to thank God for another chance.
Amen. Ooh. Yes, Lord.
God is the God
Oh, yes.
of second chances.
Yes, he is.